Hi, I'm Sophia and I'm the Women's Lacrosse Product Manager at STX. Today I'm going to show you how you can string your own lock pocket. So there's a few reasons you might want to restring your pocket. Your strings are just old and dirty. You can't make it legal anymore no matter how hard you try pulling. Or you just want something new. Or maybe you want your backup stick's pocket performance to be the same as your main stick. So there's a few things you'll need to get started. Your lock pocket stringing tree, 1 top string, 2 sidewall strings, 2 pieces of cross lace, and 2 shooting strings. This is all also included in the lock pocket kit. If you're not using a stringing kit, there's a couple extra things you might need. Scissors and a lighter, with parents' permission, of course. The lock pocket kit comes with pre-measured strings, but if you're using your own strings, here's how I like to measure. For the cross lace, I go from the middle of my chest to the middle of my palm. For the sidewall and the shooting strings, I'll go the entire length of my arm from shoulder to middle of my palm. And for my top string, I like to give myself about 3 to 4 inches of extra string on each side.
To get started, find a comfy place to sit. I like to put the runners through the bottom stringing holes to secure the stringing tree to the head. Once the runners are secure, make an anchor knot with your top string and thread it through the first stringing hole on the sidewall. After the anchor knot is secured, thread the top string through the first stringing hole on the scoop. Then loop the string back over itself on the front of the scoop. Next, take the top string and place it through the top loop of the stringing tree. I find it helpful to keep the plastic piece on the front of the scoop. After the top string goes through the runner, thread it through the back of the scoop so that the string is coming towards you. Then, loop the string back over itself on the front of the scoop. You will repeat this process for all 4 stringing holes and pocket loops. Remember, the top string goes in through the front, then out from the back of the scoop. The next set of loops, featuring the twists, have a smaller hole. Make sure you don't untwist while threading the top string through. Your stringing pattern should look consistent. Don't be worried if you have to go back and redo any part. That is totally normal. Once you have secured all parts of the pocket with the top string, tie another anchor knot on the outside of the sidewall. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to cut your string a little bit longer to be able to tie a tight knot. Next up is the sidewall. Start by making, you guessed it, an anchor knot. Thread the sidewall string through the same hole as the top string. Count down 4 to 5 holes. This could vary depending on head. Place the string through the 4th or 5th hole from the inside of the sidewall. Then thread the string from the outside through the stringing hole above. Count down 3 to 4 more holes, not including the one you already strung to. And thread the string through the 3rd or 4th hole from the inside of the sidewall, looping it back through the outside of the stringing hole above. Using the point of the shoulder on the head can be a good reference point. Next, I'm skipping 2 stringing holes so that I have room for my shooting strings later. Skip 1 more, then use all 4 of the larger stringing holes at the bottom. Sidebar. Does not matter if you loop in front or behind on the sidewall, just make sure it's consistent all the way down. You will tie off the sidewall and the bottom stringing hole with an anchor knot. After the sidewall is secure, we can begin the cross lace section. Untie the knot on the back of the stringing tree runner. Place the string through the 2nd hole on the sidewall and tie an anchor knot. Take your cross lace string and tie it in another anchor knot. Thread through the same stringing hole as the pocket piece. In this case, I'm using the 2nd. For this next part, I'm looping the cross lace through the pre-strung loop on the stringing tree, coming in from the front of the head. Take the string and tuck it under the first loop. Pull the string so that it's in between the pre-strung loop. Then loop the string back over itself. You should now have 2 loops, one pre-strung, one crosslace. Thread the crosslace through the sidewall string from the front of the head, then loop the string back over itself. Repeat that process with every pre-strung loop on the tree. Remember, the rule says that there must be no gaps larger than a golf ball throughout the entire pocket. It's totally okay if you have to untie and retie your loops. Very normal for a beginner. It can get a little tight where the head pinches, so remember to leave room for your shooting strings. Adding more tension in the bottom of the head can help channel the ball to your sweet spot. Once you have looped all of the pre-strung holes, tie off your crosslace with another anchor knot and one of the bottom sidewall stringing holes. Now we can remove the stringing tree. This will help us with our shooting strings in a minute. Pull the top prongs out of the loops on the runners, then slide the runners out of the clips. Once you remove the first side, the second should slide right out. Once you've removed the plastic tree, you can place it to the side as you will not be needing it again. Place your shooting string through the second or third hole. No knots are required at the time. Make sure you have an even amount of string in each hand. Weave the shooting string over itself, alternating each time you twist. Repeat that process through each gap in the pocket. Remember, you can only have one twist per gap. If your strings are uneven when you reach the end, loosen up through the longer end and pull the shorter one. Tie off both sides of the string together in an anchor knot. For the bottom shooting string, find the hole you left open somewhere below the shoulder. Thread the shooting string through the hole, then repeat the same twist process in the gaps. There are a ton of different styles you can do with your shooting strings. Different shapes provide different performance aspects. For example, a U-shaped shooting string will give you more hold. Feel free to play around with these and see what works best for you and your playing style. Tie off both of the U-shaped shooting strings together in an anchor knot. Finish up by cutting and burning the excess string. Burning the ends will help prevent fraying. Now it's time to tie off any remaining strings. We typically don't trim the runners so that you can use them to adjust your pocket on the fly. This is how I like to wrap my runners, but do whatever works best for you.
Now that you have a game-ready pocket, make sure you throw your pocket shaper in there to help keep the sweet spot. If you're getting stuck at any point, please reach out to us through DMs on socials or come visit us in person at an event.